car pulls up and a tall, thin man steps out. His hair is a gray mess and his face is covered in stubble. He wears a pressed suit as a tie hangs loosely around his neck.
You called for me, sir? Ah, Sato, just the man I wanted to see. May I introduce Detective Ogata Tatsuo, your new partner. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Yeah, likewise.
I apologize for arriving late, Inspector. The traffic was terrible on the way here. Quite understandable. I'll leave you two to get acquainted.
You don't look like a cop.
Really? Perhaps I should get a haircut then.
That's not what I mean, just... well, never mind. Alright, Mr. Hiroaki, let's get down to business.
Please, just Hiro is fine.
Sure, whatever. So, what do you think? Do you have any bright ideas?
What kind of information have we gathered this far?
Murder victim, Yutaka Take. The victim's blood, a strange color. The victim's body was found in an alley, in a jumbled mess. His torso and skull were both completely shattered, a gruesome sight. Pieces of him appear to be missing, no sign of the victim's internal organs, nor his appendages. No fingerprints, and the last witness to see Take alive was his manager, who left approximately 30 minutes before the blackout.
We're either dealing with one sick bastard or a group of psychos looking for her to make a statement. Either way, it's going to be a long night. I sigh. I suppose I'll start by interviewing the manager.
What could have done such a thing? Oh my goodness, we get to explore? For realsies? Water the plants, ask Monica out, shopping with Natsuki, derelict chapel. Oh gosh. Here, I can't. I'm gonna drop a save. We'll see what things we can or cannot do. Alright, so I am curious to find out more about that girl. I did want to offer to go shopping with Natsuki since no one else was gonna. This is kind of random, and I'm intensely curious to choose it. But this is just like, why is this even on the options list? Oh boy. Oh, good grief. They're all appealing to me for completely different reasons. And that's actually quite rare in a choice menu, so you know what? Well done. Let's water the plants. Akemi, the girl I bumped into today, asked if I could water the plants in the old greenhouse. I think I remember the route from years back. On a warm day, I ended up getting caught in the nostalgia. Oh, but you know what? We might be able to visit her another day? Natsuki's not going to go shopping every day. Well, hold on. It's going to describe these things. Kawasaki Monica. Eye color green. Address undetermined. Occupation SEC president. I'd like to continue our conversation from the drive over. She'll probably turn me down, but there's no harm in asking, right? Natsuki. Locale, downtown Okayama. Arrival, unexpected. Chances of this going well, 0.0%. I heard Natsuki will be shopping in downtown Okayama today. Maybe I could tag along. What is this? It's all glitched out. Unable to transcribe message. Stop making it so enticing. I'm going shopping with Natsuki. We're embarking. Hey.
Hey yourself.
Still bored?
You could say that.
Want to meet at the mall?
You know that invitation was really only directed at the other girls.
So you don't want to go?
Well, since everyone else is busy, you can come along. But only if you're buying something.
Alright.
Meet me there and fine.
I arrive at the mall and look around.
Took you long enough.
I see Natsuki standing, arms crossed. She waves at me.
Well, come on now, we don't have all day.
She walks into the first clothing store on the left. I have a feeling this is going to be a long day. Inside, the air is filled with soft music and the sounds of idle chatter. Natsuki is already looking through the racks.
Let's see. How about this? Do you think this will look good on me?
Eh? I look up at her, confused.
This shirt, you idiot. What do you think? Will it look good on me?
She lifts up a pink shirt and holds it in front of my face. Does the shirt say weird? Or maybe?
Whatever. Here, Here, hold these for me while I try them on.
She hands me several articles of clothing and disappears into a dressing room. I'm browsing through the magazines when I hear the curtain to the dressing room being pulled open. It was the weird shirt.
So, what do you think?
Huh?
About this shirt, you dumbass! Do you think it looks good or not?
I look at the shirt. It's light pink and the word weird is printed on the front. Yeah, I guess I like it. Or, no, I guess like it.
Great, you're buying!
She snatches the clothes out of my hands, strutting back into the dressing room. I sigh. I should have stayed home today. No, we had a great time. Ugh, it's dark out. My house is a little ways down the street. As I turn the corner, my phone begins to buzz.
Did you pick up the supplies for tomorrow's club meeting?
No.
What? Why not? They need those poster materials and the markers and the colored pencils. And the glue and the paper clips and the pens and the erasers and the stickers and the banners and the...
Alright, I get it. I'll pick them up. Begrudgingly, I take a left and loop back towards the local drugstore. The streets are quiet and deserted, the only sound being the rustling of the trees in the breeze. It's creepy, to say the least. I shouldn't be out this late. If I was smart, I'd go home and lock the door. Maybe I'm just paranoid, but the whole town seems a little too quiet. It's okay. We're the protagonists. We'll probably be fine. I approach the storefront and hear the faint sounds of an alarm in the distance. Something's not right. It's a small family-owned pharmacy on the corner of the street. There are several Humvees parked out front and a few barricades blocking the road. The storefront window is shattered and there are bodies in military attire strewn across the sidewalk. What the hell happened here? I take a closer look. There's a soldier lying face down in the dirt, blood pooling from a gaping wound in his chest. It looks as if something ripped his heart out. The other bodies are horribly disfigured as well. One of the soldiers is missing his head, another lies with his neck twisted at an unnatural angle, and a third is missing his limbs. The sight of it makes my stomach churn. It looks like some kind of massacre. I have to get out of here. I have to get out of here. I should... There's someone or something just beyond the barricade on the path leading off into the park. I squint my eyes trying to make out what it is. It's hard to tell. Maybe it's nothing. That is a vaguely Yuri-shaped shadow. It's moving. I sigh. Against my better judgment, I decide to investigate. As I slowly approach, the shape of the figure grows clearer. It's a girl. She has long, flowing purple hair that cascades down her back. It's Yuri. She's standing in the middle of the path. Her face is pale and her eyes are unfocused. She's staring straight ahead, but she doesn't seem to see anything. Yuri? No response. She's still as a statue, her body rigid and tense. What are you doing out here? Is everything all right? Still no response. She just stands there, unmoving. There's something off about her. I can't quite put my finger on it. I shouldn't be doing this, but I carefully approach her, placing a hand on her shoulder. Yuri?
Yeah.
She lets out a high-pitched yelp and spins around, her eyes wild and panicked. She takes a step back, almost stumbling over herself in the process. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to scare you.
What are you doing here?
Me? I just needed to pick up a couple of things. Look, we've got to get out of here.
We're leaving. Why?
Something really bad just happened. There are dead soldiers everywhere, and, well, you should come with me. Smooth. So many things are really bad. Next time, I'll tell it like it is. An atrocity. Yuri pauses and looks back at the massacre, before turning towards me with a blank expression.
Okay.
I blink. That was easy. We begin walking home. She keeps her gaze fixed, straight ahead, not speaking. Her arms are locked behind her back, her hands making a fist. I can see her trembling ever so slightly. We reach her house. It's a quaint little two-story. Well, we're here. She doesn't look at me. Hey, are you okay? You seem kinda off.
I'm fine.
I'm not buying it. I reach out and gently place a hand on her shoulder. She nearly jumps out of her skin. Easy, it's okay. I'm not going to hurt you.
Right, sorry. See you tomorrow. Thank you.
With that, she opens the door and quickly enters the house. I hear the sound of a lock clicking into place as the door shuts. I sigh. That was weird. Turning away from the house, I began walking home. Something strange is going on here.
You're late, and I thought Tokyo was known for its punctuality.
My apologies. Tatsuo gives me a look.
Over here, I'll fill you in on the details. The damage was caused by an electrical fire. Faulty wiring, apparently. The fire spread fairly quickly. It's a miracle no one was injured.
I see. I look outside and examine a set of tire tracks. Any theories as to how the fire started?
None yet.
What about these tire tracks? Were they present the morning prior?
Yes, a team of paramedics responded to the call. It was a false alarm, though, a prank call, so they left shortly after arriving.
What about the clerk? Was he present when the fire broke out?
He was home, sleeping. According to him, the pharmacy was closed last night.
And we're sure the clerk's story checks out.
Actually, we can't get a hold of him. Apparently, he didn't show up for work this morning.
So there's no one to verify his whereabouts last night.
Right.
Just then, a sleek black car pulls up outside the pharmacy. The driver's side door opens and a suited man steps out, a grim expression on his face. Morning, gentlemen. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
What can we do for you, sir?
Just doing my duties as a civil servant. Thirsty? He smiles, gesturing another fellow to carry a tray of coffee cups. No thanks. With all due respect, this is the scene of a crime. The pharmacy was damaged in a fire, which may have been deliberately set. On top of that, the clerk, our only lead on this case, is nowhere to be found. I'm aware. Are you now? I'm aware this was an unfortunate accident, a fluke. There is no crime. Now then, detective, please finish with the paperwork and return to headquarters immediately. I hired you to solve the blackout issue, not meddle in misdemeanors. Do we understand each other, Mr. Hiroaki? Yes, sir. He nods. Good, I'm glad we've come to an understanding. With that, the major turns and walks back to his car.
See, what did I tell you? Just a case of arson. Nothing to worry yourself over.
One moment. Where's the restroom?
It's, back here.
A path behind the drugstore leads through a small garden where the smell of flowers mixes with the scent of charred wood and ash. The grass is scorched, and there are two sets of footprints in the dirt. One is smaller than the other, a woman's footprints by the looks of it, or perhaps a child. The other footprint is much larger, like that of a man's. It seems as though someone else was here last night. But who? And why? And are these prints the ones of the clerk, or someone else entirely? I take a few steps on the path. The footsteps grow fainter. I can't help but smile. It seems the Major doesn't want us investigating this particular case. That makes it all the more interesting.
Hey!
The voice of Detective Ogata jolts me out of my thoughts.
What's the hold-up? Why'd you run off like that?
Ah, dear, sorry. Just needed some fresh air, that's all. Tatsuo, could you give me a ride to the nearest train station?
Yeah, right now.
Yes, if you'd be so kind.
The bell rings, signaling the end of another school day. Gathering my books, I head out the door. I haven't spoken to anyone about last night's events, not even Sayori. I figure it would just worry her, or worse, get her in trouble. I decided to put the whole ordeal behind me. It's not worth thinking about anyway. Entering the literature club, I see everyone sitting at their respective desks, writing, chatting, or otherwise relaxing.
Howie, glad you could make it. Come on in and take a seat.
She smiles and motions towards a chair. Hey guys. Gals. I smile, trying to hide my apprehension.
You're late.
Yeah, well, sorry.
Sorry isn't going to cut it.
She glares at me.
That's enough, Natsuki. Now let's get started. As I'm sure you all know, this coming Monday will be our annual school festival. Yup, it's gonna be a blast. It's not really my thing, but whatever.
I'm so working on my poem, I'm afraid.
I'll let you know more details once we've finalized everything. But for now, this is just a heads up. Everyone, feel free to continue enjoying the rest of the club time.
Great, another week of awkward tension and forced small talk.
Excuse me. Could I read something to everyone?
Huh? Like what?
It's a short story about a group of friends who are trapped on a spaceship. And one of them turns out to be a shape-shifting alien who's been slowly poisoning the others. But they don't find out until it's too late. And
Wait, you wrote a horror story?
yes, that's right.
Oh, that sounds so cool! I want to hear it too! Well, sure, but aren't we supposed to write poems? Besides, you'll always end up rambling and going way off topic, so maybe it's best that we stick to the plan.
Oh, what? I guess you're right.
No, that's fine, Yuri. Go ahead. But what? Don't worry, we can still share poems afterward.
Okay. Here goes.